Hello and welcome to the stream. The same old shit, just a different day. Going to be playing a little bit of World of Warcraft Classic. Try to get through the motions of leveling up my Tauren Druid. I might play a little bit of baseball, a little bit of Call of Duty. Just some of the things that I've been into. What the hell's with all these pop-ups? We don't need that. Why is he there? There we go. That looks nicer. All right. No, not Shadowlands Classic. There we go. Get into that. Hello, Raj. How you doing today? Yeah, so I worked out, played some guitar, went for a really long walk, got some fresh air. I played some games today, a little bit. Nothing too crazy. That's good. I recorded a couple of videos. Oh, I logged in and I was still stealthed. Okay, well, that's good. Because that was definitely not the case the last time. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to relax again. You'll notice that when... Hello, Jack. Welcome back. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I feel mentally calm. I exercised really hard today. Like I said, I went for a walk. It was raining a little bit. Got to talk to a few different people, within my neighborhood from a very far distance, like 20 feet. And it was just nice, to just kind of get out and sort of semi-socialize as I was just walking around getting some fresh air. Walked with my dogs. Little bit of rain, that kind of thing. Little cloudy. I like that shit. I love weather. I love the rain, thunder, lightning, and all that kind of stuff. So it was very just that relaxing. So I just literally got home like a minute ago, and I was like, I feel the need to get on the microphone and stream a 17-year-old video game and keep playing with the new mouse that I got to see how it's doing. I just finished the Halloween arc in Valhalla. Now I'm doing the arc in the upper region of England. I don't remember much about anything being Halloween-ish in Valhalla. I don't remember that. But yeah, so that's why I'm not, like, right now, playing, like, Call of Duty or anything like that. I played a couple of matches yesterday. I'm just being honest. Boy, oh boy, was it a lot of fun. So much more relaxing, no offense, playing Call of Duty alone without anybody watching. Not that I'm embarrassed by my gameplay or anything like that. It's just the way, the game is, right? Like I've said a million times before. It's not a very relaxing kind of game to stream. Plain and simple, Call of Duty. So, that's why I always say, the first and foremost, one of the main things that I want to do with my streams is talk a little bit about video games that I do spend a lot of money on. When people have questions for them, obviously come in, hang out. If you're bored, I mean, I do the same thing. Sometimes, if I'm eating or just sitting around, I might watch like a quick stream or a quick video or something like that. But that's really what it's predominantly for me. It is for the whole experience to just be mellow. You know what I mean? And again, you see how I speak. You see my personality. When I'm playing Call of Duty, sure, maybe there's a few funny moments, but it's definitely the other side of my personality, eh? Because I'm like, what the fuck is this? I have fun, but it's a little too much sometimes. Hey, Outlaw Mason, how are you doing today? I mean, the arc where you put on a skull and go trick-or-treating. Oh, yes, I remember that. Kind of sad there's no option to make the whole map just snow. Or vice versa. Not stream. Not stream? MLB. What? Pro Hitman is banned. Pro Hitman is permanently banned. He still watches my streams. I spoke about him the next day in a stream, and it's kind of sad because, you know, he's a nice guy. But now he just keeps calling me a piece of shit. He is not happy with me. Nice. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I banned him from the channel. Just not from Twitter. So I'll talk about him again, because he's been around for a while. Everybody in life, you know, at some point, they'll have hardships in life. People deal with things differently. Sometimes it's frowned down upon how some people deal with their depression and all that kind of stuff. He felt a need to make himself pitied for attention. Doesn't make him a bad person. He's obviously got some problems. But I figured to the level of which he was suffering. It might sound like an asshole thing to do, you know. My name might be Phil, but I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or any type of shrink or therapist of any form. I don't mind counseling people because I have actually done it before. But in the stream, when it went to the level of what he was doing, and there's like really young people in my streams, I just basically felt like it was almost borderline inappropriate to just keep having that kind of behavior in my stream. Whether it's a fault of his own or not, like, he's not a troll. I can almost guarantee you the guy's not a troll. But he has said and done things that would make you think he was, but he's not. He needs help. And I just don't feel like this live stream is meant for that. I don't think it's a good place for the other people in the stream. Might be a good place for him to come to. But I can't just think about one person. I have to think about the whole group, you know, the whole 5 people in here. Right? So, the greater good. I just didn't think it was good. He's not really fine. No. Not gonna lie, Winchester, or however you spell it, kind of small compared to London and Jorvik, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, so really quick about him. He's got depression. He lied about being a state trooper. Lied about being run over by a car a couple times. He lied about his wife and his kid being run over by a car and dying. He lied about his house being broken into and being robbed. Just a lot of stuff like that. And then he threatened to shoot himself on my live stream twice. Okay? So there's, you know what I mean? There's some problems there. And like I said, I mean, age isn't just the only thing, but it definitely doesn't help. Like, I'm a guy, you know, in my 40s, and Raj, for instance, you know, he's 14. I just don't think it's healthy for him to be exposed to that kind of stuff. You come to hang out, relax with a couple of nice people. I'm playing a video game where I'm a tiger and I'm clawing people to death. Fine, but, you know, I just kind of felt like it was just not the place for that. But I didn't block him on Twitter. I still talk to him on there, but he yells and screams obscenities at me now because he's mad, because he thinks I'm making fun of him. He says he watched one of my streams where I was ridiculing his depression, and he said I was a fucking piece of shit. So if someone weren't funny, but they didn't get personal and ask rude questions, would you be... So if someone weren't funny, but they didn't get personal... Hello, Connor. Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. And asked a rude question, would you ban them? Eh. I'm kind of weird how I ban people. There's a guy that came in yesterday that complimented me. And I banned him. Right? Like, yesterday, Andrew Miller He said his name was Andrew Miller, came in, but the other guy told him to shut up. And he was being nice and he complimented me. I think his name was Dave, and I banned him. I banned him because on the surface, it'll look like, what the hell? You can't even come into Phil's stream and say something nice about him. He might ban you. What the hell? But then a guy comes in, calls him an egghead, and he lets him in the chat. What? It's because there's a pattern. Every time Andrew Miller comes in, there's always another person. Whether it's his brother, or him playing from 2 computers or 2 different web browsers with 2 accounts at the same time, there's always Andrew Miller and the other guy. And Andrew Miller will always say something rude, and then his alter ego personality will always tell him to shut up. So it's like a little game. So once I saw the pattern repeating, even though the other guy actually said some very nice things to me, I just banned him. I didn't even say anything. You're out. I don't need them in here. They don't bring anything of value to the stream. They're not funny. They're not entertaining. Nobody misses them, so they're gone. They're clutter. That's what that ends up being. I'm pretty good. How are you doing, Connor? Yeah, exactly. You been busy with work? How's that going? So that's why I did that with the Andrew Miller. Because the egghead thing, it's boring. It's overused. Might have been funny the first time I heard it when I was 9 years old, but then again, I wasn't balding. It's, you come in, you make random accounts, you always come in saying the same thing. You're not making an effort to at least be creative. So it's like, you're out of here. And then if you're spamming and every couple of seconds you're typing something, you got to understand too, I have the chat on a slow stream, on a slow chat, so that people can't spam. But I don't have it so that it penalizes the good people. It's like trying to find a proper balance with gun control. Yes, I just compared gun control to, the chat speed in which people are allowed to chat at. You don't want to penalize everybody by just removing the ability for people to chat. See where I'm going with this? But at the same time, that's why it's on 7 seconds, because people can't be trusted. Right? You have someone like him that just keeps coming in, egghead. Shut it. You're an egghead. Shut it, egghead. Like, that's boring. There's nothing funny or comedic about that. Right? Unless Dr. Disrespect called me an egghead, that might be funny. Because of how he would say it. The delivery would be funny at that point. So, because he can semi-spam, I can't put people on different timeouts or whatever. I just remove him completely. Right? So, it's been good so far. Yeah, the pattern. Well, egghead, because I have a round white head. It doesn't bother me. If I was self-conscious about being bald, first of all, I would stop shaving my head so that my hair would grow back. And I'd always be wearing a hat. I mean, I wear one sometimes, but it's definitely not because I'm trying to hide what I look like. Right? If I didn't want people to see what I looked like, I would be like some of those other YouTubers that don't have their camera on and don't live stream. Right? Someone comes in, you're bald. Wow. Really? Thanks for reminding me. I suffer from Alzheimer's and I had completely forgotten. So that's why when I go like this, it feels kind of, smooth. I was wondering what was going on up there. Thanks for reminding me. Like, it's funny. Or like the people that come in sometimes and go, huh, you're on disability. It's like, yeah, I know. I've only been on it for half my life. I don't have amnesia. Trust me, I remember the lack of money that I make every month, right? It just, because they use it as an insult. It's like, if I didn't want anybody to know that, I wouldn't have disclosed that so adamantly, so frequently, all the time. I wouldn't be sharing things with people I don't want them to know or see if I was so ashamed of it that, right? So then to come back and be all like, ooh, I know something about him. He doesn't work. He's on the system. It's like, yeah, everybody knows that. It's really not a big deal, but I'm glad you think it is. Maybe he's just jealous, whoever they are, because they wish they could sit around, play video games all day and make money. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Till you find out how much money I make a year, and you're like, yeah, no, that's cool. I'll stick with Wendy's and flip those fucking burgers. Have you played the Resident Evil demo? So let's get into that really quick in a moment. Phil, do you remember the settlement, Don Cassidy, the castle, and I mean, I remember the game, maybe just not specifically that spot. Hey, Stotts, how you doing? So about the Resident Evil demo. Don't shame me now. So the first time it came out with the village, I didn't play it. I was tired. You know, that 8-hour window, I mean, I was just not around. Last night, the demo was live. I was tired again. Oh, that freaked me out for a second. And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. I should have just played the whole half hour and recorded it, but I didn't bother. And I mean, I should have, but it's one of those games I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to waste people's time if I don't have anything to contribute. So I didn't bother. I played it for about 7 minutes just to basically kind of get a feel for, you know, the camera, the sensitivity, because it's a first-person game, right? I don't do too well with first-person games sometimes on a console with a controller. That's why I have a separate mouse and keyboard for Call of Duty. So I played it, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really kind of feeling it, to be honest. Like the controls, that is. I'm kind of thinking I really need to save up my money and get myself a gaming computer that's more capable. Might not. Yeah, I should have here. Yeah, there we go. Because I want a mouse and keyboard, that shit. And speaking of which, I've played Resident Evil 7, which, from what you'll remember, is the only other Resident Evil that's in first person. I don't recall complaining about how the controls felt. It kind of felt a little wonky, a little loose, a little sloppy. Even with the sensitivity turned down, it didn't feel like tight, crisp. I think it's the dead zone, it's called. Sometimes the default dead zone in a game is really not that good, so I'll be honest. First impressions with a controller, Resident Evil Village, not that good for me. Not that good. Kind of disappointed by that because obviously my system could run it. But I don't know if I'm liking those controls, how it feels. So I may have to wait for the demo to come out on Steam, and then I'm going to download that demo once it's universal for everybody, and I'm going to see how my computer can handle it. Because again, my computer can play, or at least it could up until a week ago, Call of Duty on Ultra. I could play Red Dead Redemption 2 at 60 FPS on high, medium, and some ultra settings. I could play Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 60 FPS. And, no problem. Hey, where's the oil? Iraq? I had to do that. See, that's the kind of harmless trolling I like doing. Some people get butthurt by that, but... Now, with the demo, because it was timed, there is another demo that's out, but there's not really much that you can do. It's the Maiden demo. I'm actually tempted to re-download the demo so that I can walk around and get used to the camera and see if I can warm up to it. For real? There we go. Give me a moment, I'll take a look at the chat. I'm almost done this quest here. by the way. I guess he didn't like my Iraq comment. He asked me where the oil was. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, myself. I mean, it made me laugh. That's what I always say. You know you're a good comedian if you can make yourself laugh. Nobody else has to laugh with you. Remember, you are not there for their... Oh my god, seriously? What? He goes, question mark, really? I don't have a quest to get oil. If I knew, I would tell you. I'm doing the quest to kill these guys and get their horns. I know nothing about the oil quest. The guy's like shocked that I don't know where the oil is. Alright, I'll take a look at the chat in a moment. I'm actually gonna do something. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna download the boring Resident Evil demo, the Maiden one, where there's no fighting or anything. Because you can play that one infinitely. There's just no combat or nothing. It's meant to be more of a visual showcase. I forgot about the demo and never had a chance to play it. Yeah, same thing. It's likely I could pirate it, but it's only a demo anyway. Well, the demo's not on PC yet, I don't think. Did you hear about Review Tech USA blasting Crap Gamer? No, I don't watch him too much. I like him, but not to be an asshole. I've really been spending a lot less time watching other people and just kind of sticking to my own thing. This might be a bad idea, but it would be nice to go to Mexico, either in an epilogue or before. Could at least get some lore about why things are the way they are in 1911, though I'm guessing he thought it was a low bro joke, I assume. I'm not a fan of Resident Evil 7. I tried the demo for Village and played the full 30 minutes, just not for... Yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not on PC yet. The demo's not on PC yet. And Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. Alright, bear with me for a moment. You're not going to see this. Because... Well, I mean, you might, actually. Yeah, you might see this. Sure, why not? Not like it's a secret. Let me boot up. My screen's a little bit too big there. It's kind of creepy. There. We know what I look like. We don't need to see me half the screen. Didn't realize it was that big. Yeah, so this demo is no good. I wish mouse and keyboard was better supported on console. So let's do this. Actually, I should probably be able to go here. Yeah, there you go. See, there's two demos. This might be the first demo. Called the Maiden demo. Nope, I botched it. Ah. Wait, which one is this? PS5 demo Maiden. There we go. That's the one where you at least get to move around, right? Like the other one that happened yesterday, there's a little bit of combat. But it's timed. It's 30 minutes. Now on PC, I'm a sneaky little bastard. When Resident Evil 2 Remake came out and there was a timed demo, I had made a video on how to hack that shit and reset the timer. It was crazy. I had like 6 hours on the demo. Obviously, we're not going to sit around here and watch me do this, but at least I'm gonna play the demo after, like the boring demo where there's no action, there's no guns. But I want to see if I can just kind of get into finding the proper sensitivity. And after about 5 or 6 minutes, I was like, oh my god, there goes like a fifth or a sixth of my demo time already, and I'm just wasting it trying to find the proper sensitivity, if I can even find it to begin with. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not pre-ordering or doing jack shit with this until I find out if I can play this properly. Really? This is on Wi-Fi, so that's why it's pretty slow. Plus, I'm streaming and all that. Okay, that's not too bad. It's only 4 gigs. At least this one doesn't have a timer on it, like I said. So I'll probably visit that in a moment, see if I can get used to it. Maybe I'll try the mouse and keyboard. Maybe it does have mouse keyboard support. I doubt it does, but we'll see. I feel like games that are especially first person, you almost need it. Do you know what's the best game in the world for a controller that's first person that's just so smooth? Proper dead zone. Oh, it's just beautiful. Fucking Minecraft. Dude, Minecraft is so smooth with a controller, even in first person. I don't understand how come not every other game is like that. I don't know. Anyways, we'll check that out in a moment. My bat, whoops. Yeah, I'm back on the computer. Okay. I forgot to do something again. Stupid fucking G-Force. I'm sorry, I forgot to say. Phil, can you recommend me a good story game to play? Wish. What platform? Uh, I love Days Gone on PS4. That game goes on sale a lot. I think it's got a good story. Some people hate it, some people love it, but I mean, that's like that for anything. Really. Red Dead Redemption 2, I love the story on that. Whereas like a game like Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm sorry, but yeah, story doesn't do much for me on that. All right, let's get out of that. Did this guy get back to me? Oh, on PC. It's kind of eerie how in some arcs, Eivor befriends some of the Order members, and that Order member having no idea Eivor is the yeah, you've completed. Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I mean, with a good story, that's a good one. Absolutely, Stotts. That's not even an opinion. That's a fact. GTA 5 is a very generic story. I'm sorry. It was well delivered. It was well produced. But the meat and potatoes of the story was pretty fucking. Red Dead Redemption 2 was like some fucking Hollywood movie shit. Like, that was like, wow. That was more than just some random badasses getting together and shooting up some shit. There was a lot of depth to it. Like, big time. Like, holy shit. Yeah. Any Assassin's Creed on PC, to me, their stories are good. Assassin's Creed, Red Dead Redemption 2, Days Gone, that's going to be coming out soon on PC. I mean, let me look at my Steam library. I mean, I have a lot of games that are hidden American Treasure. There's no story there. Borderlands 3, I wouldn't really play that for the story. Cyberpunk 2077, maybe. The story's kind of interesting, I have to admit, compared to other games I've played in recent history. Fallout 4, I liked. Skyrim, for a story. Yeah, see, I've got the Resident Evils on PC as well as PlayStation because I wanted to try the whole mouse keyboard thing. I never played them much, though, as you could see. I bought them when they were like on a crazy good sale. State of Decay 2 is a wicked game, but I mean, the story's pretty generic. Oh, The Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is good. Yeah, there's no arguing with that. Yeah. But again, GTA 5 as an overall thing is a good story. Yeah. Yeah, GT, yeah. A lot of depth, but it was pretty entertaining. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was like a yeah. Story games on PC. I mean, Crusader Kings. Huh, you make your own story. I'm really struggling. Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, I named you a few, but I mean, apart from those, I can't. I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, yeah. San Andreas, in many ways, had more depth than some other Grand Theft Autos. You could get fat, skinny. You could work out, become stronger. You could, you know. What was I going to say? Yeah, so in San Andreas, you can also do that thing where you can protect your property from the gangs, the ballas there. And then you can bring some of your posse with you in the car. And you can go venturing around defending your territory for like infinite replay value. For me, that part of San Andreas, if they would have incorporated something like that in Grand Theft Auto 5, wow, that would have made it amazing. The fact that you need an online game for GTA 5 to make it relevant half a decade later, I'm just saying, to be honest. However, GTA 5 is one of the games I've replayed the most from the beginning, because I enjoy that whole aspect of the game. But post-game, roaming around, single player, it's garbage. There's fuck all to do. Nobody attacks you at random. Wolves aren't going to try and bite your nutsack, like in Red Dead Redemption 2. They did things to Red Dead Redemption 2 that they should have done to GTA 5. And it's not like it was limited by technology or anything like that. It was limited by laziness. In this day and age, if you don't have any reason to revisit a game post-game, I don't know. There's so many games out there. You can just roam around and do nothing. Like Valhalla, as an example. Or Spider-Man. You beat the game, you roam around, there's always some people's faces that you can cave in. You can't do that in GTA 5. Single player. Yes, you can, you know, aggravate the cops and see how long you can hold them off, but that kind of gets old after a while. Like, for real. Yeah, he's over there. I'm almost done this boring mission. Again, like I said, I will never deny that this game is slow and quite monotonous at times. But it's relaxing. You can see there's a couple of people that came in to join the party. We've already seen quite a few people. They're questing. One guy wanted the oil. Didn't believe I didn't know where it was. Then you had a couple of rogues coming in questing. Again, they could have been alliance. It could have turned deadly. It could have turned into power struggle. Hey, Matt. How's it going? The hand-to-hand combat was very lackluster. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one-punch kills on any NPC is boring. Yeah. It really is. Just because you're a pedestrian or a civilian doesn't mean you can't... Like, they should have randomized stats. You mess with the wrong guy, he grabs you, chucks you over his shoulder. Maybe he punches your ass twice as hard as you can punch him. Because he's trained in martial arts. Not everybody's a bitch that you come across, you know? I hope they expand the Enhanced Edition of GTA 5. Isn't just better Yeah. I mean, I'm still excited for it. I'll replay the shit out of it. It's going to be my chance on YouTube for the first time to go back through it again. But yeah. It'll be interesting to see. No doubt. The cops in GTA 5 are not human. The response team is unfairly fast. Can't punch one person without them coming. Oh, yeah. It's not very realistic. Vice City was terrible for that. It's like, how the hell did you even know I was over here hiding? Do I have, like, a built-in, you know, tracking system in my body somewhere? It didn't really make too much sense. So on a lighter note, while I'm playing, I am kind of getting used to this mouse, by the way. That's kind of the other reason why I'm doing this. I wanted to just play around with my game, see how it feels. I'm almost level 26. I'm really excited about that. That's the one thing I didn't like about WoW. The questing and grinding got monotonous. The best part was Exactly. That's right. But unfortunately, I have to go through this monotonous bullshit to get to the good stuff. You know? I gotta dig and drill through that bark to get to the maple syrup inside. Kind of a weird analogy, but you get the idea. The police are always bad for that in Rockstar games. Same with Lawman and Red Dead. Yeah, but just overall, I could replay post-game Red Dead Redemption 2 any day. GTA 5, I have to restart the story. Red Dead Redemption 2, there's random people in homes. There's just so much random shit going on. Fuck, I love that game. Red Dead Redemption 2. Can't remember the other game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be one of the main games, believe it or not, that I'm going to crank the graphics out of when I get a new computer. Because I'm going to be going overboard. And this thing is going to be crazy good. I'll be able to play Red Dead Redemption 2 and stream it at 60 FPS. At least on high ultra settings 1080p. It's not going to be 4K, but I don't care about that. Don't give a shit about 4K. Rebuffed them. Wants me to go over there, eh? Oh, piss off. Yeah, that's the thing about this game. To get to the real good part, wow. You really gotta go through a lot to get to it. It's one of those lame, typical sayings where you stick with it, and once you get to the good part, it's like, you could never go back kind of thing. Imagine a world, I know I've said this yesterday, but I'm going to repeat myself again. Picture for a moment me when I used to be playing PvP on Retail WoW and I was the big badass bear, and I could kick everybody's ass. Imagine if I could do that forever without the fear of ever having to re-gear and re-level up. That's what Classic can do. If you don't want to move on to the next expansion, you don't have to. Like, that is amazing, and you can have a duplicate copy of your character to go and move on to that next one if you want to. I feel like I'm just going to stay here for a moment. Yeah, Red Dead's fun. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 online is pretty cool. I played it in the beginning when it was in its beta phase, and it was kind of, well, just that. It was in its beta phase. Wasn't all that exciting to me. All right, let me see what's going on here. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. Again, this is just to test out if mouse and keyboard works. It's not for anything else. Don't get too excited. This isn't the combat version demo of Resident Evil. This is the boring one. It's the maiden one. Yeah, see? All in one. You can go between the maiden and the village one, which is an actual gameplay demo. This is the what I call the lackluster one. Costs money to have fun, apparently, in Red Dead 2. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I never would have guessed there, Outlaw. Oh, I love this demo. In a way. Well, so far, there's no options for a mouse and keyboard. Controller settings. Yeah. Camera. Now, on yesterday's game, I had it on 3. Movement acceleration, none. There's a few extra settings there, but let's just go on with this. Graphics, audio. Yeah, let's go with this for now. Again, this is just for the graphics. Or, I mean, this is just for me to see if I can get used to the... Yeah, see what I mean? Almost feels, Yeah, my mouse doesn't work. That's a shame. That would have been badass. I mean, it's not terrible, but if I were to go to the standard speed, which is 5. Holy shit. Obviously, it's quicker. It's just, I don't know, it's that... See how it just... Like it, I don't know. It's what I call the dead zone. See how, like, I'm moving and then it vroom. It just kind of goes quicker. If I move the stick a little too much, it speeds up too much. And I think that's what I don't like. Whereas with a mouse, if you move your hand like this, well, then it's going to move at that speed. It's not just going to magically go... Right? I feel like the increment in speed when you're slightly moving on the stick a little bit more, a little too rough. And that bothers me a lot. Anyhow. Yeah, see, to me, this is shit. Definitely don't like the controls. Movement, camera acceleration, it's on none. Let me try 4. Sometimes it's just hard to get, you know what I mean? Like the proper sort of dead zone. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just not as smooth. But I'm glad that I re-downloaded this demo because this is going to give me a chance to keep sort of like playing around with like, you know, just the movement. Just to kind of see if I think I even want to buy this on PlayStation or not. I have, again, Resident Evil 7 on PS5. But I don't recall the controls being... See that? Watch. I move, vroom, and then it's super fast. Yeah. I think the dead zone is the proper word I'm looking for. Yeah, if I could just get a better dead zone, which you can't do. These are some of the options you get, you know, when you play with a computer. But then again, with a computer, you also have a mouse and keyboard, which I strongly feel I think I would enjoy this game more on PC. And based on what I've seen, I might actually be lucky. I might be able to run this game on a very high setting at 60 FPS at 1080p. And again, there is a demo coming soon for PC, and I absolutely can't wait. Yeah, I don't remember how the fucking get out of here. Yeah, PvP modes in a lot of games I don't like. Does anybody remember this maiden demo? I don't like this part. It's so dark. I don't remember how to play this. See, and this is the other reason... Oh, there we go. This is the other reason I hate these kind of games. Especially when you don't know what you're doing. You'd be running around back and forth for a half hour trying to figure something out. Then you feel like pressured, like you've got to move it quicker. That's what happens to people that give the stream a thumbs down. They end up like that. I mean, I played this one before. I just don't remember how the fuck... I probably need a key, I'm guessing, to open that and then finally get out. I just don't remember. But you see, as I'm playing a little bit more, it seems like it's not, like, too bad. So again, that muscle memory thing, it might get better as I get used to it. I don't know. I just know that Minecraft is the ultimate game where in first-person mode, it's just so frickin' smooth. Does anybody remember where this key is? I at least want to get to the nice part. But I do get paranoid to buy games for my PC. Because I am coming so close to having to really need a new computer. And I feel like dumping money into my computer, like game-wise, it's not helping me get a new computer. Not too bad so far, I guess. Yeah, I think on 4 it might be not too bad. I think what it is with me too is I'm so used to always slamming my stick left and right, like all the way like this. I'm not used to playing where I incrementally, just a little bit, use the stick and then all of a sudden slam it. I'm guessing you guys are talking about Red Dead. Yeah, I don't really remember what I was supposed to do here. But I really do enjoy these kinds of games. But yeah, definitely annoyed there's no mouse keyboard support. For most games. You think I should stream a game like this when it comes out, even if I know nothing about it? Do one of those things where it's like, what should I do? Where should I go? Except I don't know if some people would find that boring. If you're playing a game and you just don't know what in the holy blue pineapple you're doing. Like in this instance. Look how long it took me to get out of here. Obviously, if I had to do it again, it would be a lot quicker. I don't get jumps. Well, I mean, I get a little bit like, but me, it's more the... I think what gets me tense about a game like this isn't like, oh, it's scary. It's the whole, oh my god, if I get hit and I'm not prepared and I don't have a weapon, I'll die. But yeah, the game does look nice. I like the setting, for sure. And then there's a castle as well. I only got to play it for a couple of minutes yesterday, though. Let me guess. You gotta stick an eyeball in there and something in its mouth to open the door. But you have to talk. Yeah, Raj. Everybody else in the stream, do I look like I have a hard time with talking? So that we don't... Yeah, because, you know, there's times where I just don't talk. I never shut the fuck up. That's kind of my perk card, isn't it? Is the gift of gab. I'm always talking. But I mean, at the same time, too, with a game like this, I would absolutely, by nature, have moments where I shut up. So that you can hear the ambience. The ambiance, or whatever you want to call it. The ambient noise. The footsteps. You see what I mean? Silence builds tension. And if I'm just going, yep, 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 you kill that. Like, I know you can die in the demo. Trust me, I'm good at that. I've died several times in the demo. Is there a such thing as beating the demo? Because you can't actually do anything. Hey, how's it going? Oh, this is just the boring, non-gameplay version of Resident Evil. I was bitching and complaining about the controls not, like, you know, trying to find that proper sensitivity, not knowing if I can kind of get used to the game, because it's coming out soon, right? Like, really, really soon. And I need to figure out, like, am I buying this on PC with the mouse and keyboard? But my computer's old, but I mean, I could play some decent games, or do I suck it up and buy it for my PS5 and just kind of try to get the muscle memory used to, you know, how you can't quite, you know, make it as smooth as PC. Because when you move that stick again, as I'm moving it, you could see that's the same speed. But then as soon as you move the stick a bit too much, right? Whereas on a mouse, like I said, if you move your mouse across and you spread the distance, as long as the speed is the same, it's not going to magically move faster. Again, it's not terrible. I mean, it's gotten a little bit better since I started playing. Like, I'm starting to get a little bit used to it. And that's kind of why I'm doing this demo. I want to see if I can get used to it. But yeah, I don't know if you can beat the demo. I don't know, like, if you can go out here or not. I know that this is not considered a gameplay demo. I know that this is more about, like, showcasing the graphics. There is one person that's in here. You can get killed, but I don't think you can get any weapons or anything like that. It was just, again, to showcase the game. It's literally a showcase demo. But I was playing it, and I don't know if there's, like, such thing as actually beating it. Like, can you actually go out there in this version of the demo? I have no idea. I'll see if I can get that vampire girl to kick my ass. Where is she? Of course the doors are locked. Why wouldn't they be? Yeah, see, I don't know. I think I was already in here. Yeah, I was already here. Oh. I love this setting, though. Like, I am so excited for this game. Is anybody else buying this game, by the way? Yeah, that's the locked door with the eye that you need a piece for. How come I can't trigger the maiden? There's only so many other rooms that you can go into. And I don't remember if that's where I came from, or... Yeah, that is where I came from. That door is locked, and I think this is where I came from. Originally. Yeah, it's good. Just... Well, I don't think I can equip that armor. I'm looking for a key or something. Oh, so yeah, that's where I came from. So I'm just kind of retracing my steps now. I've played this before a long time ago when it first came out, but I don't understand how come I can't trigger the maiden to show up. Like I said, there's really not too much to this demo. I keep thinking I hear something. Yeah, I'm seriously, like, confused how I triggered it the last time. No idea how I did it. One eye is just an empty socket. But again, I don't think you can get too far in here. The Caribbeans. Nothing down here. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. I don't think there's much else you can do in this demo, unless I'm wrong, unless there's anybody in here that's played this, that knows more than I do. But yeah, it does seem like it's a lot better now that I've had a chance to kind of warm up, you know, a little bit the sensitivity to it. It seems decent. Like, it's not perfect, but... Oh, you're still talking about Valhalla. I thought you meant the knight armor that was on the stand back there. I thought you were being a smartass. Could have sworn I had another item when I played this demo. Anyhow. I think there's something in one of these cups or... yeah, this thing. There we go. Yeah, it looks like the eye is... oh, there... oh. Oh, no fucking way. I think I just magically figured out something. There's the maiden. Creepy. I think me grabbing the ring triggered her. Because this game is very much about that scripting, right? No fucking way. I figured that out on my own. Haha. That only took me a half hour. But I'm guaranteeing you there's not much else to it. This is probably like the end of it here. 500 IQ. I'd be lucky if mine's in the 3 digits. Who knows? I don't really care what my IQ is, though. I know some people are obsessed with knowing what the number is, but... ah, looky. Really? You can do that much in the demo? Now I can go to the courtyard. You know what's really cool about this game, too?
I'm watching you.
What? That's some fucking creepy shit. Oh, yeah, so the super hard mode, I got distracted there.
I won't last until dinner.
I think this is the part where you just die. Because there's, like, nothing you can do.
How's it feel?
I don't think you can... I don't think you can... maybe you can. Oh, no way. Oh. Ah, okay.
So we finally meet.
Wow. All right, then. Kind of makes Freddy Krueger's claw puts them to shame. Wow, I actually beat the demo. Sweet. I didn't think that was possible. Cool. I feel accomplished. Yeah, so I might end up playing that on my own a couple more times someday, just to kind of get used to the controls again, to see if it's worth me buying on the PS5 or not. Because it comes out like May 6th, so like in a couple of weeks. I still forgot to say what I was going to say. So by the way, what was really exciting about the hard mode is it'll supposedly, if the rumor is true, randomize the enemies and the item locations. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how much infinite replay value that would have? If every time you play the game, you don't know where shit's gonna be? Like, that would be insane. See? No, I haven't even been in the game for 2 seconds. There's someone there. Oh, I miss. the good old days of this game. But yeah, wasn't too bad. I think the maiden was the last girl, wasn't it? Or was it the first one with all the wasps or whatever? Yeah, like I said, I normally can't do that stuff on my own. I'm not always good at figuring shit out quickly. Especially when it's like on the spot. Oh, you wouldn't be able to speedrun if all the items are, that's right, are randomized. I mean, you could, but... because there's only so many places things can be at. But yeah. When it's not scripted and not predetermined. I mean, that could have added a lot of life into Resident Evil 2. Imagine if Resident Evil 2 Remake, as an example, had a mode where the items are randomized and all the doors are open, nothing's locked, and all the enemies are back. That would allow for like a sandbox experience where you can just roam around the world, you don't have to do any of the puzzles. It would be like an arcade mode, if you will. All the doors are open, the police station, everything, the lab, the sewers. No keys, fuck all. It's just you roaming and enjoying the world of Resident Evil. And, just killing shit. Like, just partaking in the actual action. Oh, I was able to buff him. That's hilarious. Ah, that's funny. Adventure mode, exactly. Alright. What was I doing? I only need to collect one thing, and I'm about to ding level 26. Kill... Shadambra. Looks like a Black Panther. Bam. Excellent. I'm gonna stealth. And I'm gonna lurk around. To see where this panther is. Right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check out when that update comes out for Assassin's Creed. For the one-handed sword? There we go. That's the cat whose ass we gotta kick. I really do miss the flashiness of my other druid on retail. Really, really miss that. Man, I'm getting my ass kicked. But in my defense, my gear absolutely sucks too. I think I'll be done here in just a few minutes. I think. See that rested XP bar? That's what I wanted to show you before. When you log out in an inn for an extended period of time, you'll build this magical bar. It's like a little notch right there. See here? It tells you 200% of normal experience gained. Well, I mean, it's behind my pumpkin head there, but... Siege appearing, but I'm afraid that won't... Oh, you don't think the one-handed swords is going to come out anytime soon? Hey, take it easy. Mason. Ouch! Okay, so I got too close to a, Oh yeah, I'm dead. Holy fuck. So those were, Alliance NPCs that were guarding the town, and I forgot that I got too close. But it still has that same glitch. Based on, like, when you're jumping, when you die, your body doesn't hit the ground. It lays wherever you died. It's kind of funny. Well, not funny, but it can be when you're, like, looking and people purposely find ways to die in midair. And they're all suspended in midair. Oh my god, I am 1,000 yards away. Holy macaroni. I'm telling you, this game is hardcore. Right. Oh, wait. Hey, wait. Should I just call you Riddler? Question mark. Like as a nickname, because, you know, the whole question mark, like it's the Riddler. You used to play World of Warcraft? Because the first time I probably called you question mark, and I was like, hey, how's your brother exclamation mark doing? You must have been like, because you never told me. But you know what I mean, though? Like, because I didn't clue in you were trying to be the Riddler. Like, if I wanted someone to call me Phil, I wouldn't have my name as Jason. I was trying to be funny there, but yeah, the question, you know, Riddler. I just figure Riddler might sound cooler than question mark. Right? So, William, when you play Valhalla after you've beaten the game and you've gotten all the weapons you want, are you still going to play the game where you just kind of roam around, you enjoy the world, and you just kill random shit? Put it on the highest level difficulty and just get into random fights? That's what I kind of like doing. Wow, this is a long walk back. And yes, when you die, you travel in black and white form. So yeah, Riddler. You used to play World of Warcraft? It never had any meaning behind it, just a question mark, but Google made the icon green. Oh, I see. You didn't purposely do the question mark to commemorate the Riddler. Okay. It was an... Okay, I see what you mean. You haven't beaten the game. Yeah. Odyssey is still one of my favorite Assassin's Creed. I wish Odyssey ran at 60 FPS on PS5, but it doesn't. So I have Odyssey on PC, and I can run it at 60 FPS. But I just wish I could have done it on PlayStation. I mean, it's still very playable at 30. I'm not like a snob or anything. But when I can play a game at 60, I'm sorry. I'm definitely going to enjoy that. Like, I played GTA 5 at 60 frames on my PC. And then I went to my PS5 and played it at 30 frames, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just go back to the PC version. You know, mouse, keyboard, first person, I can use a controller, 60 FPS. Almost no reason for me to play the console version of it. But now that they're, you know, remaking again Grand Theft Auto for PS5 for next gen, it'll be 60 FPS. Yeah, that I have to admit, I'm excited to try out. I played an Undead Warlock to level 42 or so in Classic. Oh, nice. Hey, Blues, how's it going? Oh, I'm not too sure, William. It's been so long since I've kept up with that game. There's so many missions and stuff I don't remember. How many years ago did you play Riddler? Was it like as in classic in the last couple of years you played WoW for the first time, or you played it like way back in 2004? Someone AFK'd in the pond. There we go. As you can see, nothing overly exciting. Nothing rating like, you know, playing Resident Evil, Call of Duty, something with always constant action, but... Oh, I played last night. I'm at 2 of 4 past the story there when I beat the Magnamala. You know how you still have more village quests and you got like 5 to do because the game keeps going on, so I'm only at 2 of 5. I beat something that kind of looks like a massive blue furry Tyrannosaurus Rex. I beat that. It actually wasn't too bad. Got myself some new armor. Some 140 attack daggers. But yeah, it's... I never played true vanilla WoW, unfortunately. I was playing on the current classic server. Oh, okay. So have you ever played retail WoW? Or have you only ever played classic WoW, like in the last couple of years? Right. Yeah, like I said, this game is... I don't know. There's only so many hours in a day. Is all this time and effort worth it to get to the grand prize? To get to a spot where I never, ever have to grind a level again. I never have to go around aimlessly smacking boars for a half hour to collect 5 intestines to get an extra level. You know? Oh, man. Again, like a broken record. In classic WoW, without any expansions, you used to have to grind 12 to 15 hours a day of PvP to get PvP gear. If you wanted to be a feral druid, you need like agility and strength, okay? But the tier armor for druid, even the highest tier set, there's only one set. There isn't one for each spec. Intellect, which is like your magic, spirit, which is like your mana bar regeneration, and stamina. Where's the agility? Where's the strength? Where is it? Where is it? Keep looking for it. Let me know if you see it. I mean, I dropped out of high school pretty early, but I don't see the word agility or strength anywhere. Just fucking intellect and stamina. Or spirit. Where is it? It's not there. So it was forcing you in Classic, when you were raiding, to only play one spec. So if you want it to be PvP, and you want it to be a feral druid, and you want it to play the way you want it to play, well, then you had to go and get the fucking shit. Whoops. Yeah. You had to go and get this shit. You know? Now what does it have? Strength, agility, stamina, intellect, and spirit. It's got a little bit of everything. That makes more sense. But to get that, you're looking at 10, 12, 15 hours a day. For months before you get this set of armor, which doesn't even look that good to begin with. 12 hours a day. The Burning Crusade has a PvP set for each spec. You want to be Balance? You want to be Resto? You want to be Feral? There is a specific, unique set of armor for you. And it does not take 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month. It only takes a whopping 1 hour a week. That is a psycho change. And that's why I'm excited for the Burning Crusade. If there was no Burning Crusade and it was just going to be classic forever, I wouldn't be doing this shit right now. This is too hardcore. I played this back in 204.
Well met.
And it was just fucking dumb. You know, it was too much. I didn't do anything, I didn't work out, I didn't play my guitar, and I still had a hard time gearing up. And that's just one character. If you want to play another character, fuck, forget it. It's not going to happen. It's just too much. But now I want to play because I want to get to 60 before the Burning Crusade comes out, so I can decide, you know, do I want to do that? You played the Legion expansion a little bit. For some retail WoW, it doesn't put the same sort of spell. No, I know, eh? Like, trust me, I know. I really like the idea of being able to beat Classic. It'd be cool to fully max out a character with the best possible gear. Yeah, you can more easily do that in PvE for sure. In PvP, it's a lot more difficult. You gotta raid and all that. Whereas in the Burning Crusade, you're not gonna have to raid 10 hours a day and that kind of bullshit. Well, not quite 10 hours, but... In the beginning, when raiding guilds were raiding Molten Core, you were looking at 4, 5, 6 hours, Zul'Gurub, AQ. It was nuts. Now, well, of course, you could plow through it a lot quicker. Some people are doing Molten Core and Zul'Gurub in an hour and a half, back to back. But they're fucking fully geared. A lot of people are fully geared in Nax gear now, which is tier 3, which most people didn't even get to in the original vanilla WoW. People were too noobish to tackle on that content. It was too hardcore. And then it just went into the Burning Crusade, and then green items from quest rewards were better than 40-man raids that would take you 6 hours to get. Right? And you only have an extra 10 levels, couple of weeks. 60 to 70 was not nearly as bad as 1 to 60. You only have a few zones to go to. And, yeah. And the PvP, oh my god. It was just so much more approachable with the arena. You only had to win about 10 matches, so it might take you about an hour a week. And then on Tuesday, everything resets. You get your conquest cap. And then you pick yourself up a piece of gear, more or less, every week. Along with everybody else. Yeah, and then you're done. And as time goes on, if you were a little bit slower, you eventually get caught up. And then you have the best PvP gear that you can get. And then when the next expansion comes out 2 years after that, for Wrath of the Lich King, you don't have to move your character onto Wrath of the Lich King. You can forever remain on the Burning Crusade. Which is what I was kind of thinking of maybe doing. And just world PvPing, doing battlegrounds. But, I don't know. I have no idea. The hell's a Takis? Now it wants me to go to... Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to take a break, to be honest. Yeah, they dumbed it down, but... The Burning Crusade is still amazing. It's a lot more accessible. Right? It's still hardcore. It's still, like... arguably the most popular version of World of Warcraft ever. But yeah. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half. Yeah. I am a little bit tired. I kind of want to eat a snack. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a break. I could potentially be back relatively soon. I just need to kind of get up, stretch, make a sandwich. I might play some Call of Duty, but I might do that on my own. I don't know. Like I said, I do find it more relaxing to play alone Call of Duty, even though there's not really anything exciting about Call of Duty. It's very intense. And again, for this game, the PvP's intense, but it's not stressful intense. And I think the main reason is you don't get killed in one hit, right? You blink, hey, how's it going? Bang, you're dead, right? In Call of Duty, it's very like bang, bang, you're gone. It's usually hard for me to go on multiple 3 or 4 kill streaks before I get killed. Then maybe I wouldn't be so stressed out about the game, but I usually get a couple kills, I die, a couple kills, I die, right? So normally I get 30, 40 kills, I die 15, 20 times, right? If I was getting 40, 50 kills and only dying 10 times, oh yeah, sure. Then obviously that would be a lot more enjoyable. Because of the downtime from when you die, you respawn. Even though it's pretty much instant and you run back into the fight, it breaks the pacing a lot, when you die a lot in Call of Duty. World of Warcraft, that's not how it works. Nobody dies in one hit. And if you've seen me play my Bear Druid in retail and PvP last year before the expansion, I mean, I was fucking people up hardcore in the battlegrounds. And it was a lot of fun. I would get 50, 60 kills a match, and half the time I wouldn't even die once in a whole battleground. That'd be like me playing Call of Duty, getting 40, 50 kills and never getting killed once. That ain't never gonna happen on my watch. Right? And that's the other appeal of retail. It's a little dumbed down, it's flashier, it's cooler looking. And ultimately, if I'm just looking to PvP and I don't care about roaming the outside world and all that shit to see who I'm gonna run across, just for the fun of it, and I don't care about doing world PvP, then retail's perfectly suitable. Again, I can queue from anywhere I want to join a battleground. Where's the thing to join a battleground? There's no group finder here. There's absolutely nothing here. Like I said, if I want to do a battleground right now, I gotta fly all the way back to a major city and talk to a fucking guard. I'm sorry, but that's fucking bullshit. I could be in midair on retail, flying in the middle of nowhere. Oh, let's do a battleground. Like, I'm just saying, that is really cool. So, it might be, in the long run, a more suitable option for me. And that's what I've been doing for the past couple of months, is I've just been wrestling between classic and retail, trying to figure out which version of the game I want to stick to, if even any of them. Ugh, and I'm not really any closer to deciding. Just haven't done it. It's exhausting mentally, seriously. Plus, every time there's a new game that comes out, it pulls me away from this game. Yeah. People in the longhouse. Oh, yeah, it's always empty. Except for when you take that dude's wife on the counter. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna head out for a bit. I might be back, I'm not sure. But if I am, it'll be relatively soon. And I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. I want to think about that first, because I don't want to just sit here doing nothing, talking. I want to figure out, like, what game do I want to play when I come back. Do I want to keep playing this and questing? Do I want to play Call of Duty and level up my guns a bit? It's still double XP weekend. I want to make use of that a little bit. I can't really decide, and I think once I eat and wake up a bit more, because I'm pretty tired, I might be able to better figure out what I want to do. But yeah. And Blues, we're going to have to co-op some more Monster Hunter soon. Maybe on the stream too, that would be kind of cool. Like we did that one time. Thanks for stopping by, and like I said, there's a little chance I could probably be back relatively soon, within like a half hour or something. Alright,